Hello, and how's everyone doing today? Welcome to the channel if you're new, and if you're a returning viewer, I'm glad to have you back. So, I thought I would share something very interesting and very cool with you guys today. I thought I would share with you my Resident Evil collection. It's taken a long time to build all this collection stuff up, so I hope you enjoy seeing it. Grab your drinks, grab your snacks, let's get into this. Alrighty, so the first thing you're going to notice, if you look into the corner right over there, we have a Resident Evil 4 Chainsaw Man. You can see his name is Ada Wong, so it's a misprint. Very cool, very interesting. Over here, we have Lab Coat Zombie from Resident Evil Remake. We got Leon over here, Leon Kennedy from the Resident Evil 2 Collector's Edition. I'll show you guys a little bit of him. And if you look over here, we have a Resident Evil map. A friend of mine made this for me. It's very cool, very interesting. It's the map of the first floor of the mansion, and it has the keys across that I got, and I have some patches from the Resident Evil Umbrella Corps. Raccoon City. Resident Evil Raccoon City game. And we have the Resident Evil BSAA patch right there. Pretty cool. Now let's move our way down here to where the figures are. Pretty cool stuff here. So we have over here Resident Evil 4's Regenerator. If you go up close to him, he's pretty cool, pretty good detailed. You don't want to pick him up though. He's very spiky and he hurts a lot. In the back there, we got the Hammer, the Butcher guy from Resident Evil 5. We got the Gyarador over here, as you can see, from Resident Evil 4. This guy here, from Resident Evil, what is that called? Resident Evil Raccoon City. Operation Raccoon City. His name is Vector. It's pretty cool. He can go invisible and stuff. If we move over here, we have Leon from Resident Evil 4 fighting Krauser. Pretty cool stuff. If you look in the background, we got a Hunter from Resident Evil Remake. He looks pretty cool. We got the Tyrant from Resident Evil 1 Remake as well. Alright, we'll move Krauser so we can get a better look at the Hunter here, and the Hunter and the Tyrant. They did a pretty good job on the Hunter, I'd say. The Tyrant is one of my favorites. They did an awesome job on him. So then we'll put Krauser back. He has a tendency of not staying out sometimes, so it looks like he did. So we got the zombie from the Resident Evil Remake as well, over in the corner, as you can see. We got Chris from Resident Evil 5, the Collector's Edition of Resident Evil 5. We got Sheva. And we got good old Nemesis over there. Pretty cool stuff. And a Licker from Resident Evil 2. Now, that's the Licker from the original Resident Evil 2, not the remake of Resident Evil 2. Alright. Alright, coming down to the next shelf, we have all of the Resident Evil movies. As you can see, I have the VHS of the original movie. I have Degeneration, another copy of Resident Evil 1 movie, Apocalypse, all these movies. I have two collections. I got the collection and the trilogy, and Damnation, and all the other ones. I also have the UMD PSP version of Resident Evil Apocalypse. This here is pretty cool. It's a exclusive t-shirt that you get with the Degeneration movie. I haven't opened it. You're probably wondering what these things in the background are. They are the comics of Resident Evil. Pretty cool stuff. They take place after Resident Evil 4. They're all have to do with the BSAA. From what I understand, Chris Redfield is not in them, so there are other characters in the universe. They're not our main heroes, which is really cool because we get to expand more on that world. If you look over here, we have a Resident Evil umbrella mint holder, which is really nice, really cool. We got some, got the umbrella keychain. I have another one here. I have some extra Resident Evil keys, so we'll just take a look at them. We have the shield key here. It looks pretty good. The quality and detail is very good. And we'll put this one back here. And we have the helmet key that you get later on. Alright, take a look here. Looks very good. Everything is exactly how it's supposed to be. I have all of the S.D. Perry Resident Evil books, ranging from 0 all the way down to Code Veronica. I think the only one I'm missing is the Resident Evil 2 one. Oh no, City of the Dead, Resident Evil 2. Yeah, so I got 0, so we got 0, 1, Caliban Cove, 2, Underworld, 3, and Veronica. They never made a Resident Evil 4. This one down here is just a random novelization of the Resident Evil Apocalypse movies. I have a book here, Resident Evil Fire, nice. This is not part of the Resident Evil main character story, kind of like the comics here, how they're not main story people. It's the same thing with this. If you look down here, I have the game guides for Resident Evil 4, the complete official guide for 5, and a complete guide for Resident Evil 6. So that's this shelf as well. So I think that's pretty cool. Alrighty, coming down from that shelf, we have our game section now. As you can see, Resident Evil Director's Cut. The cool thing about this right here is I have a signed copy of Resident Evil 2 by Allison Court, as you can see here. I'd have to say it's one of the best things in the collection. I also have as you see here, Resident Evil 3 and Resident Evil 3 and Resident Evil Survivor. Pretty cool stuff. Let's put Resident Evil 1 back there. Alright. So, I do have a few doubles here. So, we have Resident Evil 0. We have Umbrella Chronicles between 0 and Resident Evil 1. I put that there because, well, Umbrella Chronicles has 0 and 1. And by the way, these are in playable order. So, moving forward, we have 2 copies of 1. The Origins Collection, which is 0 and 1. A custom case made by a friend of mine for the Nintendo 64 version of Resident Evil 2. The cartridge is in the box, that's why you do not see it here right now. We have Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 3 Remake, Operation Raccoon City, and I have the metal case for Raccoon City. It's just in a paper case. We have Outbreak, Outbreak 2, Dead Aim. We got Code Veronica X, and I put Darkside Chronicles in between the 2 versions of my Code Veronica because Code Veronica is also featured in Darkside Chronicles. So I have Resident Evil 4 for the GameCube, Resident Evil 4 for the PS4. I do still have to collect Resident Evil 4 for the PS4. I don't have that currently. And another thing you guys have noticed, I do not have Resident Evil Survivor Code Veronica. That's one I do also need to get. Moving forward past Resident Evil 4, I have Revelations 1 for the PS3. I have Metal Case, Resident Evil 5, which is, I believe this is the Xbox one. It has a DVD of the making of it and all that. Very, very interesting movie. I have the Resident Evil 5 regular edition for the PS3. I have the gold edition for the PS3, which is all the DLC, everything. I have the PS4 Resident Evil 5 remastered edition, which has everything, and Revelations 2. You're going to see this version and you're wondering, why is this here? Well, this actually has a stupid story behind it. I left it out on a shelf with a window open and the entire case got destroyed, unfortunately. So I do have to eventually replace my Resident Evil 3, my Resident Evil 6 version of my PS3 one. So I do have a metal case for my PS3 version, which is really nice. I believe the disc is actually in my metal case. I have, if you come over here, I have the Resident Evil 6 version of the the PS4 version of the Resident Evil 6, which is the remastered one. I also forgot to mention that the PS4 version of Resident Evil 5 is also the remastered version. We got Resident Evil 7 right over here, and we got Deadly Silence for the Nintendo DS. The original Revelations, it started off on the DS, I have that, and the Mercenaries 3D. It's a very fun game. It's basically Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5 Mercenaries mode compacted onto one cartridge, and you play it. That's all it is. It's just Mercenaries. So it's basically Mercenaries on the go. It's a good, awesome, fun time. But we all know one of the reasons that you are hooked onto this video. You want to know what this is. This, my friends, is the Resident Evil 4 PS2 chainsaw controller. Now, I'm not going to open it up for you guys right now. Actually, you know what? I will open it up for you guys. So as you can see in here, it's nice and you got some nice fuzziness. I do apologize for the dust. I haven't taken this out for quite a long time. I just recently actually took all this stuff out and put them out. But yeah, so I will take this out and I will show you guys. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's taken out. So as you can see, you got a nice felt bottom. I can probably take all the dust off now. So as you can see, it looks pretty nice. We'll take it out of its little holder here. So this is what the case looks like. And so you got the controllers here. It's pretty cool. As you can see, the pull cord is the start button. If you pull that, it actually does make sound and stuff. I don't have it obviously plugged in right now, so I can't do any sounds. My PS2 actually isn't even plugged in right now, so I can't really show you guys at the moment. But as you can see, it is official Capcom. When you turn it on, there's a light that goes on right here, and it tells you. And so that's where it plugs in on the bottom here, right here. Now the really cool thing is that this works for anything, not just Resident Evil. So if you wanted to play something like, I don't know, Gran Turismo, or say even an example, say if you want to play a wrestling game or something like Raw vs. SmackDown or something, you could play Raw vs. SmackDown with a chainsaw controller. It's pretty funny. The cool thing is now, over here, we pull this thing open. It's a bit of a pain to open. We open up this little drawer here, and in here we have the, I'm not going to pull it out all the way because it's a bit of a pain to get it all back in. But as you can see, we have, it says Resident Evil 4 in there. We've got a paper, and that's the explanation of, to show us how to do everything. This is the thing that plugs into the bottom here, into that, and the other one, because there's two of them in here. Pull this out a little bit more. There's two of these. One would go into the PlayStation, one would go into that controller. So we're going to close this up right now. It does actually still work, like I said, but I said it's a bit of a pain to get it back in there. There we go. It's pretty cool. I do really enjoy it. So there are some papers actually that come with this as well. So we'll take it out and we'll take a look. So we got Resident Evil 4, PlayStation 2, and you open it up, and English, thank you for purchasing the limited edition chainsaw controller, and it has different pictures and stuff if I remember correctly. Unless it just tells you, I haven't looked through this in a long time. Yeah, so as you can see, it has different random pictures and stuff, and it basically tells you about the controller. I like the design choice of how it's all run down and kind of like burnt and ruined, as a lot of the stuff in Resident Evil 4 is. So that's a pretty cool choice there. So overall, I think this is one of my favorite things that I have. So coming out of the chainsaw controller, I do have the hard to find Resident Evil Gaiden Game Boy game, Game Boy Color game. So I don't have the case for that, unfortunately, but I was lucky enough to have it added to my collection. I also have a custom Resident Evil NES game cartridge that was made by a good friend of mine. He made that, which is really cool. And coming down to end the collection is just the Resident Evil 2 Collector's Edition box. Now I'm not going to pull all this all apart. As you can see from the side here, it has the item box. There's some pretty cool stuff in it. I mean, there's an art book. To be completely honest with you guys, the art book isn't all that amazing. It's not the coolest thing. In my opinion, the Devil May Cry 5 art book was much better than the Resident Evil 2 one. There's not really much to talk about that, but yeah, so this is my entire collection so far. Like I said, I am missing a few things, like the Resident Evil Survivor Code Veronica, so I have to import that from Japan. I don't have that. Resident Evil 8 is coming. I am hoping that I can get the deluxe edition. If not, I guess I'm going to get the regular edition. I am going to have that on the channel for you guys. But yeah, that is my Resident Evil collection. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it very much. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, all that fun kind of stuff if you like it. I do apologize for Fallout New Vegas' episode on Friday not being up. I actually wasn't home for a couple of days, so I wasn't able to record. Monday's episode will definitely be up, and we'll definitely be able to see what else happens on the Dead Money DLC. So I hope you all are looking forward to that, and I hope, like I said, you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed my collection. If there's anything that you enjoyed, if there's a favorite part of the collection that you like, or if there's any questions about it, feel free to leave a comment, to subscribe, anything like that. And yeah, so I will see you all in my next video. I hope you all have a fun day, and peace out.